Rock Longhorns.
This is painful.
This is take 3 of trying to do this. The first time we did like 10 minutes of talking into this phone, and somebody's phone filled up with storage, and it didn't save any of it. And then we tried again, and we had the music on, and we know how YouTube is. So let's try start this over again. We are on our way back from Texas. We went down for the Futurity with 2 heifers and a bull. We did pretty good considering the competition that was there. It was pretty hefty. Sassy got 10th out of 28, I believe. Fabulous got tied for 8th place out of 31 or 32, I think it was 31. So that was really good. And then our bull calf, he came in 8th out of 10. It was a pretty stout class. We thought he was a big boy, and he was not a big boy. But we were not last place. That's what I kept telling Aaron, we're not last. But the heifers did really good. We were pretty excited about the placings on them. But we're definitely going to go to a couple more this year and kind of have fun with that. I told you guys on the previous video that if you would ask us some questions, we'd answer them on the way. So we're going to answer these for the second time.
You better make it faster than you did last time.
I know. Hang on, I got to get into Aaron's phone here to get to these questions. One of the first questions that I came across, I tried to love all of these so that we could go back and see them. So if I missed one, I apologize. First one is, why are they being born in the winter?
Because it's now 84 degrees.
Yeah. So, yes, we're having calves born the last week of February into March, and some of you say winter. Oklahoma is, yes, we did have some sleet in that last video. We can't have a random snowstorm in March, but it is currently 84 degrees outside, and we have 2 breeding seasons. So we calve in the spring and the fall. We shoot for calving in September and then March and April. And a lot of other people calve December and January, and that's all because your calf is as big as it can be when you go to market. And we just don't want to calve during a blizzard and have frozen ears and all that stuff. So yeah, they're calving in the winter, but it's not really winter here. So the next question, someone asked, I don't think Aaron and I can recreate it when I first asked this question on the previous video that we didn't save. I asked him to tell you guys how we met, and so we did meet online, but we had
the Antlered Moose Lodge.
we had a lot of mutual friends, so we're shocked that we actually hadn't met. Well, he's a lot younger than I am. We're not going to say name or numbers because that's just embarrassing. But I would have never probably paid attention to him at all if I'd have known his age. So.
Yay me.
Yay you. That's like the sweetest thing you've ever said. But, and then somebody asked how we became ranchers. I had cows before Aaron came along, and Aaron grew up in a farming family, so it was kind of just a given that we were going to keep cows. And Aaron had a full-time job beforehand, and when we got married, he quit that full-time job to become a full-time farmer, which doesn't make much sense to me, but so.
You said it was a great idea.
Oh, I don't know if I said that word for word. So we've always had cows and everything. So, someone then asked how many offspring we're expecting from Mark or Maximus, whoever you guys want to refer to him as.
There's Mark. Chad is wrong.
We're expecting one of them, Belle, which is who Chad has, and then we have another one at home. Her name's Winona. Definitely think Chad's gonna have the first calf from him, and so it'll be anxious to see what all he gets, or what all Mark throws. Come on, phone. Let's see, the next question.
But she doesn't have hands.
Huh?
He doesn't have hands.
Who?
Mark.
Yeah.
I think I throw things.
Oh my gosh. Somebody asked, somebody that follows Lester Longhorns asked us why his were so much smaller than ours. It's just all genetics and people's preferences. So we breed to have big horned Longhorn. Some people don't care, some people want the smaller horns. It's just all a preference and all about breeding and genetics. So there's why on that. Somebody asked if we rake. Aaron, do you rake up your cow patties in your fields to sell them to fertilizer companies? No, we don't. We have a harrow when it's not, well, we could do it now because it's 84 degrees outside if we weren't busy. But in the spring, we will go through and harrow the poo into the ground. But we've had a couple people come out and clean some of our paddocks to use that manure in their gardens, which is nice for us because we didn't have to get the skid steer out and clean it out ourselves because they did it and they wanted it, so it was wonderful. Oh no, I clicked a button. Somebody asked if we trim Longhorn hooves. The answer is no, not all of the time, but yes, if necessary. I have a video of us doing it on one that was a show animal. I have a feeling a lot of some of the people who follow us would probably have a heyday with it, so we haven't posted any videos of it. We've had that question a lot. They're not like a horse where you can, pick up their feet and trim them and all that. You can if they're really super halter broke or like saddle broke Longhorn that are basically a horse, but
Horses don't have horns.
you're correct.
That's our unit horn.
So, oh gosh, you made me lose my train of thought.
That's kind of the next question then.
Oh, how they do it. So on the non-haltered animals, they have a contraption that's hooked up to like their truck or a generator that it squeezes the Longhorns in like a squeeze chute, and then it takes them from standing upright to about, a 40 to 60 degree angle to where all 4 feet are up off the ground and they're just kind of laying back on a table, and they go through and they trim them with a grinder, and it's a very simple and easy process. Like for the farrier, I'm assuming we can call him a farrier. I don't know if that's what they call it, but that's what we're gonna call it. It's not what it's called. So it is.
People in the rodeos.
A healer?
No, a footer.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, so yes, we can do it. We are lucky enough. We have enough like sandy / rocky ground around the house that they just naturally keep them pretty trimmed. We have had a couple that get long, and like I said, we can do it. We just don't. It's a little bit challenging when it comes to the big girls. Bless you. Speaking of bless you, I don't know why this made me think of it. It was his birthday last week. We kind of mentioned it in one of the videos, and then we've celebrated his birthday the weekend before. So happy late birthday from all the YouTubers. The next question is, somebody asked how I remember all of their names.
She doesn't.
I don't. There'll be some times where you guys, you hear me like, but no, it's easier for me on the bigger girls because I'm around them all the time. Now our new calves, it's getting harder and harder to remember them because we've had so many that that it's just kind of like, but when you're around them as much as we are, it's pretty easy to remember. Somebody asked how many baby Longhorns we're expecting this spring. We got stumped. This is where the video ended the first time. I think we're expecting 12 Longhorns. We sold 3 to Chad that were having a baby. So I think that brings us down to 12. And then we have 30. How many Angus are we expecting? 50 Angus. And we've had several Angus calves with obviously several more to go. But so far everybody's doing really good with that. Fingers crossed, knock on wood.
Oh, that one didn't.
Well, you guys saw the one we've had to pull. Let's see. Someone asked if the Longhorns turn mean after the age of 2 or maturity. No. Yeah, it just depends on how they're raised, just like a dog or anything else. If they're raised and handled and worked around and know that you're not going to abuse them or be mean to them, they're fine. Some of the biggest baby animals we've had have actually been bulls, so they're all good. Someone asked if the Chad's cows that we previously sold to them recognized me, like Tipsy and all them, and I do believe so. When I got there, I kind of hollered at her and she came up to the fence and was being a sweet little girl, so.
It's because you had a trailer. She wanted to see her new friends.
Probably. I don't know if Bunny and them would have really recognized me because we sold them not that long ago. They weren't very old, and so, but I think Tipsy definitely did. Someone asked the differences on our ear tag numbers, like why there's different numbers. So
this is where the video should
yeah, you're right. But with the Longhorns, registered Texas Longhorns have to have a brand, your ranch brand, branded on the side of them, and then also a private herd number. And so sometimes, like when you're buying in animals, they might have 8-5, and that's going to be the 8th calf born, say the year of 2015. So the 5 would be the number at the end of the year. We do it in terms of like a number of calves, and so we started with 1, and now we're on like, what was our last calf, 30 something?
I don't know, we don't have a new calf, so we haven't started at 1 yet.
I think it was like 30 something, and then if we buy in a cow that has a baby, or vice versa, that's pregnant, those numbers will be like 01 or 04 or 05 and just things like that. So that's all those numbers are. That's just what they call their private herd
She has
number.
no idea, she can't keep track.
No, I don't. He if it was up to me, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, up to whenever we decide to stop owning cows. This man has a method that he likes using. Oh my gosh, this road. We're back in Oklahoma. Ugh. Okay, sorry about that. There was a gas station and we've been in the truck for a long time. So,
I changed my outfit.
You changed your outfit?
Spot the difference.
Okay. The next question somebody asked is how it seems like I have a relationship with every animal on the property. How do I do it? The answer is food. They're like a man. Food is the way to their heart.
New farm equipment.
Or farm equipment. But no, they trust us. They know that we're the giver of food, and it's just all it is. It's like how all of Chad's animals come running to him when they see him walk out the door because they know food's coming. They trust him. So.
Do they?
They do.
Even Glory?
Yeah, she's doing really good actually. This one's kind of out of order. I should have read these before. This. What?
Are we speeding?
someone asked
It's not the correct answer.
if they could explain what a futurity is and how it's judged. You go for it, Aaron.
Points.
Oh my god.
Each one's different. So sometimes they're great, sometimes they're not.
Yeah, the main concept behind a futurity is each animal is judged individually. It's supposed to be judged individually. And so
I knew you could explain
they run them in. It's because I'm better at talking than you are.
it. They didn't ask me these questions.
Anyways, they run each individual heifer or bull into this pen where they're judged by themselves. There's usually 5 judges. Top and bottom score gets thrown out and they average the 3 judges, usually. It's all a little bit different, but each individual animal will run in, they judge them based on usually a score of like 65 to 75. And say 75 is like the perfect pristine Longhorn to that person. 60 is, you know, we don't really like them. So it's all based on someone's opinion. They're supposed to look at, yes, but there's no like standard, this is a perfect Longhorn. It is dependent on that person's judgment.
No, there's a book.
They're supposed to judge on color, horn, disposition, body structure, soundness, all that kind of stuff. They're supposed to do it, and the judges that they have most of them have been in the breed long enough. They can literally look at an animal and within seconds be like, we need a 71. I don't know how they do it. But so like when I say Sissy or Fabulous tied for 8th place out of 33, we missed the first place heifer by what we determined is like 3 points. I think the first place heifer overall was like averaged like 73 points and we averaged like 70 and a quarter. So I mean it wasn't not a huge, it's not like, oh, this animal was way up here and you were way down here, so you're 8th place. Like there's first and second places and futurities, or any of the people that actually come away with money are usually only winning by like a quarter of a point. They're always really close, which is good. I mean, but that's how they're judged. It's fun. They can be expensive to enter because there's payouts if you win. So you do good if you win.
Going if you didn't win.
That's true. Sometimes they'll give out, because we've won a couple buckles. Sometimes we'll give out like guns as presents, as like prizes, you know, things like that, and they're fun. We've been tossing around the idea of going to a couple more out-of-state ones. It's just whether we want to travel with Brett that far, but we'll figure that out closer to time.
My wife gets bored in the vehicle.
Yeah. This has been a 6.5 hour drive one way, and that's about as much as I want to do. Someone asked how long we've been raising Longhorns. I started in 2016. So I started with 2 trophy steers, Levi and Jackson, and then I ended up getting 2 cows, and then it just spiraled from there. I think we're down to, what I see, like 65 or something like that on Cattle Max.
I definitely haven't updated it, so you didn't.
I've updated them.
Oh, did you update them, right?
Yeah. So I think we're down to like the mid 60s now on cows, or animals altogether. That's including babies.
It's gonna be right, or our tax paperwork might be wrong.
Yeah. I have a question on how you pick up what bull calf to keep, or how you pick what bull calf to keep as a prospect herd sire.
Crushed hopes and dreams.
Yeah, that's challenging. A lot of it is genetics, if they're growing good, but in all honesty, like you keep them as a bull calf a little longer to see if they turn into a bull, like looking like a bull.
I promised to be a bull.
Yeah, I mean it is 2024. But and most of the time we will either sell them as a herd prospect or they do get cut and turn into a steer. But we've kept back. I mean, obviously we raised Mark, or Maximus, as a baby. He turned into a nice bull. We have Fred that we've raised. He's turning into good. And then we've got 3, one of them in the trailer with us right now that we really like. And we've got one more in the pen that we'll probably keep a bull, but the other guy, he may turn into a steer. We might see if a local family wants him as a herd sire in the future. He's only a year old, so. How far will you travel to deliver cattle? My max is Chad's house. That was a trip. Oh, husband. There's a very slow car in front of us, and instead of passing, he's just gonna.
That's definitely not slow.
Anyways, we will travel basically anywhere. There's a fee. You won't travel anywhere if someone pays you to bring their cow to them.
Maybe. Might find somebody else.
Well, that's true. We have a lot of friends that haul Longhorn for a living, but most of the time we'll go most anywhere if it can get locked into the schedule and work out okay. But obviously there's a delivery fee just like everything else, but someone asked if we've ever bought anything from the wildlife refuge here in Oklahoma. No, we haven't. They actually have their own little organization. I think they call them the CER or something. So the Longhorn on the wildlife refuge here are actually like foundation cows. There were 7, I believe, main Longhorn families that kept the Longhorns going basically after the push for fatty animals came along in the past. And one of those was part of what's now at the wildlife refuge here in Oklahoma. And so they do a roundup every year where you can come and buy some, but a lot of those cows are going to be very, very small, more of like the traditional horn, 2 or 3 feet maybe at maturity. And so there's nothing wrong with that. That's just not what we strive for. So we don't have any, but they are good animals.
Unless they're not.
Yeah. The last question I have on here is, why did you sell a cow that was due so soon? Did you only do that for Chad? I figured you would have wanted kept your calves until they arrived so you could expand your herd. Yes, we would have loved to keep them to see what they have, but we also have so many heifers out of the same bull that it's really wouldn't have made much of a difference. And it's also kind of fun to let another family experience babies. So we did not just sell them to Chad because they were heavy bred or vice versa. I mean, we would have, if somebody else would have bought them, they would have went to the same, the same way. But I mean, it would have been our luck. It'll be our luck. Chad will have 3 heifers and we'll have all bulls. That'll be how it goes for us, but that's okay in our opinion.
Is it?
So, I mean, yes, because he wants to expand his herd, so.
You don't want bulls though.
Bulls become steers. Yeah. But, I do have a couple of clips of like from the Futurity that I'll put in here. We're actually, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes from home, so we're pretty excited to get back home. We have had several babies. Aaron will have fun getting those tagged the next day. They're gonna have their feet under them, but think of anything else? Hopefully we didn't bore you guys. We know this isn't kind of a normal video that we do, but I told you guys previously that it's going to be a little different because we're not at home taking care of everything. We've got babysitters for that, so...
Got a koozie.
We did. That's the name of it's called the Winchester Futurity we went to. So...
They don't give away Winchesters.
They didn't. They gave away... What was it? Henry's. I think that'll do it for the car ride anyways. I apologize if it's been really bumpy too. Oklahoma roads are horrible. And my arm's getting really tired. So, yeah, I'll throw in some clips from the Futurity just so you guys can kind of see a little bit of it. And then I may try to video a little bit of the Longhorns when we get home. And hopefully you guys will be seeing this video soon.
$50, I'm gonna give that $50. I'm gonna give that $50. I'm gonna give that $25. Everybody play 25, 50. I'm gonna give that. I like this guy's odds. 50. I'm gonna give that $50. I'm gonna give that 50, 50. I'm gonna give that $50. I'm gonna give that 50, 50. I'm gonna give that 50. Sold it. $25. 155. I like your odds, man. You just don't buy the ones at the bottom. It might win. You never know.
What did you see the picture of?
He's got it. He's got his A game up there.
I may not have. I got a new phone.
In the ring now, we have entry 226. Born April Fool's Day.
I'm responding to people in the next 18 minutes. This didn't go. This didn't go. So I don't know. I am.
Well, I brought him to look at it.
Okay. All right. I'm technically challenged anyway. But anyway, I'm some of my texts are going.
Alright, we're good for entry 226. LRR Sassy Queen. Owned by Kylie and
50. How many gonna have $50? How many gonna have 50? Get their money gonna have $50. How many gonna have 50? Get their money gonna have $50. How many gonna have 50? What money gonna have $50? How many gonna have 50? 50 money gonna have 50. 75. How many gonna have 75? 5. How many gonna have 75? How many gonna have 75? 75. 50. How many gonna have 75? What money gonna have 75? How many 50? How many gonna have 75? Sold it. $50. Buyer number 101. Thanks so much.
Alright, looks like we're good on entry 303. That was LRR. Busy being fabulous.
I'm gonna get that $50. I'm gonna get that $50. Now 75. I'm gonna get that 75. 5. 75. Now 100. I'm gonna get that 100. I'm gonna get that 100. I'm gonna get that 100. I had it at 75. Now 1. Now 125. I'm gonna get that 125. 125. 1 half. I'm gonna get that 100 half. I'm 175. I'm gonna get that 175. 175. Now 200. I'm gonna get that 2. Now I'm getting that 225. I'm gonna get that 225. 225. 2 and a half. I'm gonna get that 2 and a half. I'm gonna get that 225. 2 and a half. How long am I gonna 2 and a half? All in, all done. 2 and a half. Sold. 225.
Over. Randolph.
Randolph. Yeah. Well, I see.
I'll let you find this one.
Alright, we're all good with entry 1308. That is LRR rather, Maggie's Rebel.
Here we go. Got the seat out of the barn and we're going to put the new grain drill to work. You might notice it's not 30 feet wide. I sold that one. A guy's father-in-law come and picked it up from Lubbock. And he drug it back over 16 feet wide, and I would hope not more than 35 miles an hour. And so now we got this one. It's 13 feet wide, much newer, much nicer. I can adjust the seating rates without using a hammer. And it only has 2 tires and 2 wheel bearings to go flat instead of 6. You know, wheel bearings still go flat, but they go out. So yeah, never used these bags before, so we're gonna see how big of a mess we can make. Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna get off here and be back shortly. Alright, well, that almost got really messy, but I got it closed. That was interesting. Never used one of these before, but to save like $1 a bag, definitely going to use them. So I go over here to our chart. That's 62, so 19. Over here, 20's in there. Go one notch below it. I drug it through the dirt a little bit over there. Cylinder went to there. So we'll get some stops put right there and we'll go plant. Yippee!
Hi, Odie, Odie, Odie. Say hi, Odie. Good job, Odie. Alright. You guys be good. Watch your little toesies, they're gonna get your toes. They wanted to say bye. Retro, that wasn't nice. You had breakfast this morning. Yes, you did. Hi, Chili May. You go to the vet tomorrow for some exciting stuff. Stay tuned.
Well, it's about 8:30, I think. Got the last bag emptied. We're gonna call it quits for the night. We got exactly 50 acres done. And the box is probably in here. Whole box will do about 15 roundabouts. So we are on track to use both bags and most of the 12 sacks that I bought, which was the plan. So you can say everything's going according to plan. So call it a night, come back, try again in the morning.